Every day, the Zhanghan Customs Clock Tower, like that of the Shanghai Customs House, echoes the melodies of Westminster Abbey, reminding us of the vicissitudes she has witnessed. With 3 towns divided by 2 rivers, Wuhan spreads across an area of 8,569 square kilometers. Confirming Sun Yat-sen's prophecy concerning its development, we must adopt for its development a scale as large as that of New York or London. Of course, its large size alone is not what makes this city great. Fresh water, exceptionally valuable in the 21st century, makes up 25% of the city. Of her 166 lakes, the East Lake is recognized as the largest urban lake in Asia. Daniel Klems, a world-famous cyclist from Luxembourg, once told local reporters that the road along the East Lake was the most beautiful track he had ever raced on. Beauty becomes Wuhan's richest resource. As a new landmark of urban ecology, the Garden Expo won the C40 Cities Award at the United Nations Climate Change Conference. Located at the heart of China, Wuhan's geopolitical significance makes it capable of affecting the big picture. Wuhan has long been a city dedicated to innovation and new ideas. "500 years ago, the divergence of the Han River gave birth to Hankou, which later developed into China's largest inland port for foreign trade. It could be said that the docks and ships scattered about are the genes that make up the DNA of Wuhan. Over 100 years ago, Chiang Zedong, the then viceroy, helped to shape Wuhan into the cradle of modern Chinese industry and commerce. In 1891, he held a grand banquet for the Crown Prince of Russia, who had traveled all the way to visit the oriental port of Hankou. Since the 17th century, the tea road originating in Hankou and stretching all the way to Kayakata has been hailed as the artery of the century, witnessing close trade ties between China and Russia. When the tea bearers began to feature on late Qing dynasty stamps, this teaport's significance was fully established. In Wuhan today, bridge designers have gone even further than the tea bearers, as they set out from the bridges across the Yangtze and Han rivers to amaze the whole world. Did you know over 60% of China's high-speed rail and around 50% of the world's long-span bridges were designed or constructed by Wuhan-based talent? China is renowned for its high-speed railways, while its bridges are compared to rainbows over the water. These two feats of engineering technology help spread Wuhan's excellent reputation for innovation to every corner of the earth. The One Belt, One Road initiative has reawakened the ancient tea road. The Hankou-Qingjiyong Railway linking Wuhan with Duisburg has become a major freight corridor in Eurasia. Auto brands like Peugeot, Citroën, Renault, GM and Honda gather in Wuhan, the auto capital of China. All cars, regardless of their engines, run at the China speed. Optics Valley of Wuhan represents the highest level of optoelectronics research and production in China. It ranks first globally for the scale of its optical fiber and cable production. Optics Valley and Silicon Valley, as well as Wuhan and Chicago, are part of the larger Twin Valleys Twin Cities Cooperation Plan. Additionally, the approval for the building of an all-round innovation and reform experimental area and the national strategy of constructing the Yangtze River Economic Belt are pushing Wuhan on China's grand chessboard for new development of global impact. National strategy examines advantages of talents. Wuhan tops the list of the Chinese cities with the greatest number of institutes of higher education, and it has more college students than any other city in the world. With 84 universities and 1.3 million students, there is truth to the statement, only Hubei's got talent. Wuhan, the right place, the right time, and the right people. As the Tianyuan point, Wuhan is activating the growth of everything around it like yeast. Its high-speed rail network allows it to move people and goods across 1,000 kilometers in any direction in about 4 hours, involving over 1 billion people and 90% of China's overall GDP, making its potential limitless. It's no wonder that the American magazine Foreign Policy had Wuhan ranked 11th on par with Tokyo and Los Angeles, which were ranked 10th and 12th respectively on a list of the most dynamic cities of 2025. Wuhan has been witnessing constant changes. The 2.2-kilometer-long Chuo River and Han Street, which is known as the longest commercial pedestrian street in China, links all the historical, cultural and eco-landscape projects between Eastlake and Shahu Lake. The picturesque riverside parks are distributed over the 4 banks of the 2 rivers. The largest of these is the Hankou Riverside Park, covering 160 square kilometers. The largest riverside park in Asia impresses its visitors with its fascinating culture and ethereal grace. The expression, different every day, most adequately describes the spirit and energy of this city. In the face of constant changes, the Wuhan people remain calm and collected. They are warm and nice, straightforward and open-minded, faithful and diligent, tenacious and persistent. Classic legends like Yu the Great, Boya and Mulan all demonstrated the unchanged, excellent character of the people of Wuhan. Today, the sword of Mulan has made way for the racket of Lina, a world-famous tennis player. When she shouts on the court, her strong sound echoes the Wuhan spirit. To be pioneering, to be outstanding. Wuhan's GDP exceeded 1 trillion yuan in 2014, making it the leading city for the rise of central China. This city, with a history of 3,500 years, is sure to take off and amaze the world. The recording of an ancient Guqing song from Wuhan, Flowing Water, representing the Chinese view of friendship, is traveling with the US Voyager 1 spacecraft. It calls upon city partners at home and abroad, and maybe even those in outer space. Wuhan, different every day.